This app is called Ahead. Their headline is Duolingo for Emotional Intelligence. It helps you keep cool under pressure, be confident when needed, and to get things done. This is the first time that Marta's seen the screen.
Yep.
And you're going to share things that you like, things that you change, and some feature ideas. And you'll have 1 minute for each category. To decide which is first, let's spin the wheel.
Oh dear.
Changes. You've got 1 minute to share as many changes as possible. Go.
Okay, so this is some kind of onboarding screen. It'd be good to potentially have the number of steps next to the progress bar at the top. Although you have the progress bar already, so that's already a good thing. Members regret 70% fewer emotional reactions within 2 weeks. They regret 70% fewer. That's very wordy. Don't really know what you're saying when I have 30 seconds to think. So I would make that less wordy, easier to understand straight away. Today, number of regretted reactions, other people, Ahead members. It looks like I'm more focused on other people than Ahead members, so maybe I would give the Ahead members more prominence. If you know what I mean, like the Ahead members, the color used is quite light. I mean, it goes with the brand, but try to make the Ahead members more prominent. 5 seconds. Partner approves. And a review, that's good, yeah.
Time's up. Yeah, it's not long. You didn't get through much of the screen, but I think you chose some excellent points there. When I first looked at it, I think that what they're trying to say, that top line, I think is good, but equally I got confused.
Yeah.
Great, okay. Well, thank you for all those changes. I think I agree with most of them.
Most of them.
Likes. Okay, you have 1 minute to share as many likes as possible. Go.
Okay, I like the progress bar because it's indicating users how much they've got left, which is good for onboarding. I like that they have a graph to just go along with the headline, because honestly I didn't really understand what they were trying to say, but the graph made it more visual, which was a great way to grab my attention. Reviews are great, like the rating 5-star, obviously they chose a great rating, so that already gives me confidence on the on the app. And the copy on the button "I'm ready" gets me also, you know, ready.
Really ready.
Very ready.
Clearly.
Super ready. Yeah, I guess I like what they're trying to do with the headline, with like the percentage. It just didn't work for me. That's something I don't like.
Time's up, and I think we ended with something that wasn't really a like there. I see what you were trying to do there, but I don't think it quite worked. Kind of like what they were trying to do, but it didn't quite work.
Yeah, but no. Yeah.
Great. Well, I think that was 4. So pretty solid job. Clearly you like it. Good stuff there. Right. You have 1 minute to share as many feature ideas for onboarding as possible. Go.
Okay, some of this might not be realistic. Disclaimer. I think for the onboarding should be like a smooth process, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to get the new users involved, obviously, because you're onboarding. I'm panicking. Something about, like, for example, asking you how you're doing straight up, so making it very like, this is a you product. I don't know what I'm saying.
We're halfway through.
Okay, what about they ask to take a photo of you, and then they scan your face and they tell you, okay, we think you're very angry, you are stressed, and you are this, and this is how we can help you.
Love it. Got one more?
And onboarding. Bye.
Time is up. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was one idea.
It was awful.
I think you saved yourself because that was quite an innovative idea. Scanning your face and reading emotions from it. I think that's quite cool. It's a bit quirky, a tad bit gimmicky, but it could be cool for an onboarding to get into it and it can be fun.
Yeah, but I was saying that idea. I was thinking, if I scan my face and the app is telling me you look awful, you look stressed, you look angry, you're aging, I'll be like, I don't need this energy in my life.
Well, yeah, I think you'd have to phrase that a bit differently. You wouldn't just say they're angry or that kind of stuff. Maybe it's like, I could definitely see there being a 20% improvement in your facial structure. I don't know, something like that. I thought, but the whole scanning, that kind of stuff, I think that's cool. So I think you're let off by that. A grand total of 1 feature idea is better than 0. It's better than 0. So thank you once again.
You're welcome.
Right, well, outside of the time pressure now, I feel like you did have a few more points to make on some of the categories. What are the ones that came to mind?
So for the things I like, I actually quite like the use of those kind of illustrations, because that was the first thing I looked at. And they, you don't need to have the angry kind of label or stress label, just already the color and the illustration shows that. For the things I would change, I know I said they had this graph which was quite visual, but actually is a graph the best way of showing this, like having labels and the Y and X axis. Maybe it's because I was in a rush, so I was just trying to read through everything and I couldn't really read the axis.
To be fair, I think that is a good point though, because they are trying to pack a lot in that graph. Like your like, which is the visual stuff of like the emoji that tells 1,000 words or emotions, for example, but combining that with saying, hey, I'm a head user, so I'm gonna be much better emotionally, with the whole time aspect of like today versus 2 weeks. You're combining two things there, so you could separate that out, just one being like a before a head, after a head. Yeah.
Also having videos for the onboarding could be cool, just to hear like a very short, like few seconds long testimonial from someone who's used the app.
You sure about that one? A video on the onboarding? See, my first reaction to that was, would you really watch a video on the onboarding? But I think maybe you could.
I think if I knew I had to pay for this app,
right, okay,
then I would want to see proof that it works. And I think nowadays video is a good way of showing this kind of content. That said, when I'm designing, I don't necessarily vote for videos as like a form of content, depending obviously on the platform product you're designing. But yeah, I would say if it's something where I'm like, I'm unsure, I haven't heard of this app before, do I want to invest my money and time using it when there's like so much competition and other alternatives out there, then maybe things like video could help me make that decision.
It's a stronger testimonial, I think, which is what you're trying to get at, right? Like even the graph we spoke about, the graph, we've gone from text-based to like illustration because images are better than text, and a similar thing was like even better than images is video, and to help make the testimonial authentic, because that one there, like they've done the best where they've got like a rating, they've got a first name and some initials of a second name. Try to make that, not quite second name but initials, and they've got a date as well. So again, they're trying to get as much as possible to show that it's authentic, but you can't beat like a video.
Yeah.
Although these days you might get some AI fakes for imagine that. Can you use AI to create some fake testimonials? That is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't use it because it's dark pattern, but
yeah. Don't tell anyone. And then also another thing was, because when I was scanning this screen really quickly because of the timer, I got a bit stuck on the text.
Which text?
The header.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was trying to understand what they were saying. Yeah, so 70% of the AHEAD members don't regret having emotional reactions. So they regret less having emotional reactions.
Correct, yeah.
But they could have framed this in a way where it's like positive, AHEAD members are 80% more in control of their emotions. Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. That's a good first draft. Yeah, that would have been a lot clearer, because they've gone for isn't this the like double negative You got regret and fewer. So yeah, I think they should just use the positive rather than the double negative.
And final idea is it would be cool to see, I'm not sure if this would be part of the onboarding, but let's say I'm someone who doesn't know how to deal with anger, and I want to feel like I want to see results by the end of my first month. It'd be nice to see examples of other people who had similar issues to me and see how their evolution has been.
Right, so we're saying, I'm hearing a couple things from there. Maybe one, you could get input of what things are you looking to control. Is it anger? Is it confidence? Something else? If it's anger, then they can tailor the rest of that onboarding to show how people with anger have resolved some issues.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Awesome. Well, next time you could mention that idea within the 1 minute time frame.
I'll try.
Great. Okay, well, this was the Ahead app. I was going to say it's available on iOS and Android. I have no idea. It's just, I know it's on iOS because it's here, but that's it. And yeah.
Awesome.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.